Hello, Soul Fam. This is being recorded on the 4th of July, and I just got in a little bit ago from some of the chaos. It's completely just, some of the beaches here are shut down. I saw on the news, and it's just chaos. There's like people everywhere, traffic everywhere. And I just got back from taking the girls out to the beach for a little bit. But this message has been coming through all day. So good. Very, very specific message. Not going to be for everyone. The message is very clear. A star is going to shine. That's your nature. You're here to shine. You're here to be a star. You're here to be seen. You're here to be heard. You're here to be known. You're here to be experienced. And this is for a soul that has known this their entire life. You've been primed for this. You are made for the spotlight. You are made to be seen, made to be heard. Your story has been crafted beautifully by the divine as God's testimony, and you're meant to impact millions. And that requires visibility, and that requires people knowing your name, consuming your content, listening to your music, buying your tickets to listen to you on stage, like whatever it is for you. You are meant to be seen, felt, heard, and known by millions, and a star is going to shine. So you're not going to be able to suppress this anymore. You're not going to be able to dim this light. The thing that was coming through all day, it's like, yeah, you know, the dog is going to bark, the birds are going to chirp, like everybody's, you know, and everything does their thing. You're here to shine. That's what stars do. Stars shine, and you can't even help it. It's just your natural frequency. It's just, you emanate this. You're meant to be seen and heard and known. And that's just part of your destiny. It's part of your dharma, which is why you desire to be known. You desire to be seen. You desire to be heard, felt, and experienced. If you're honest with yourself, even though there's a part of you that runs from it and would prefer a very quiet life, you keep being drawn back to being in the limelight somehow, being seen. You keep getting the urge or the call to be on stage or to book that thing that's going to get you more exposure, or to show up more, sharing your gift and speaking your truth. Your voice is an activation for humanity. Your voice is an activation. People are meant to hear it. You're meant to be seen in your true divine feminine essence. Your voice literally ripples through the quantum and activates those that are ready to be activated. And it's also very polarizing for those that have still that are still running from the truth of who and what they are. And that's totally fine. That's the medicine. You're stepping into a position of leadership and sacred visibility that will be highly polarizing. And you're at the place where you don't care. You're not here to be everybody's cup of tea. If this is resonating with you, like I said, this message is not going to be for everyone. You will be resonating with what I'm saying right now. You won't care if people like you or not. You're not seeking external validation. You're not seeking fame or being well known or anything like that so that people know your name. You would much rather just live a quiet, abundant life all on your own. You are being called into the limelight, into the spotlight, because you've been primed, and God uses your story now as a testimony, because you're here to be a living example of what is possible. And you don't care if anybody gets you or likes you. You're not doing it for the applause. You're not doing it for the validation. You're not seeking approval outside of yourself. You don't care if people are triggered by your light, which they will be. The light illuminates the shadows in others. And it also activates the light within them too. It's all part of the medicine. And you're at a point in your own sovereignty where you trust and know what you're here to do. And you do not care if anybody likes it or doesn't like it. You don't need the approval. You don't need the validation. You don't need the applause. And you're not afraid of the naysayers or the people that will project onto you, which is inevitable. People will project onto you what they have not alchemized within themselves. And you're okay with that because you walk with God. You walk with the divine. You know you're here to be a light. You know you're here to be an example. You know you're here to illuminate the shadows. You know you're here to activate those that are ready to be activated. And if it's polarizing and people don't like it, that's also part of the medicine, and you're okay with that. If you're still in this people-pleasing energy where you constantly are seeking validation outside of yourself, this message is not for you. You don't need approval. You don't need anybody to show up in your 3D experience in any particular way for you to be any more whole, worthy, or complete. You are whole, worthy, and complete within yourself because you are one with God. Anybody that shows up in the 3D world is just you objectified, a sacred mirror, a counterpart, a collaboration, a client, whatever it is. They're here to co-create and play because oneness loves variety and loves to play this game of life. And you are that. You are all of this. And so anything showing up into your experience is simply you in another form. And now you get to play the dance of duality. But you don't need any of it because you're already whole, worthy, and complete within yourself. You walk with the divine. You do not seek validation outside of yourself or approval or applause, but you are meant to be seen. You are meant to be celebrated. You are meant to be an example. You are meant to shock others, inspire others. You are meant to trigger others. You are meant to be the catalyst for others. We are all sacred mirrors just walking each other home to the truth of who and what we are. And now your mission is to shine your light brightly. You are a star, and that's what stars do. Stars are gonna shine. You can't help it. The more you live from your embodied presence, the more you illuminate, the more you are the luminary, the more you are shining your light, and the more you will be placed and positioned perfect at the perfect time, at the perfect place, right time, right place. You will be positioned and highlighted in your genius, in your authenticity, in your divine expression, because that's what you signed up for. That's what your soul came for. That's why you're always feeling called to the spotlight and somehow putting yourself out there, stepping outside of your comfort zone, being seen, being heard, following the nudges. There's a level of sacred visibility and heart-led leadership that is now pulling you forward that you cannot deny. And it's all perfectly timed. It was never meant to happen before now. Humanity was not ready for your gifts, for what you're here to share, for what you're here to be an example of. Literally, humanity was not ready for it, and you had to go through your own alchemy. So it's all perfectly timed. It couldn't have happened before now, but it's happening now. It's time. We are in this new earth shift, and humanity took some time to be here ready for this. Even with all of the disclosure and everything that's happening on a global scale, it's all part of the grander plan. The unfolding, the great awakening. And you are here to lead this through your expression, through your light, through what you're here to share. People need to witness you in your divine genius, in your magic, in your divine feminine essence. It is medicine for the masses. It is medicine for those that have a hard time believing that they're worthy. It is medicine for those that still allow past programming and childhood conditioning to dictate what is possible for them. For those that are still suffering from amnesia, that they are not a child of God, divinely and innately worthy, just as they are. You're here to be an example of that. Living your best life. Abundant, rich, free, liberated, conscious, embodied, alive. You're here to be an example of that. That is your medicine now. The hard years are over. The trials and the tribulations and the alchemy and everything that got you here is over. Now you're here to shine, because that's what stars do. It's what you were designed to do. It's part of your destiny. It's part of what your soul came here to do and to be an example of. So yes, you are meant to be celebrated, seen, heard, felt, and experienced for being you, for being authentically and unapologetically and wildly sovereign, free you. Unapologetic you. Playing and creating the way you want to, for no other reason than it brings you joy and pleasure. Because life gets to be fun. You get to play and create and have fun. The hard years are over. They're done. It's finished. This is your new life. Choose it. Know it. Be it.